Manchester United 2, West Ham United 0. Fantastic, fantastic win for Manchester United. Keeps that winning run going now, 6 in a row. I cannot believe that we have won 6 games in a row. But the referee today did massively help us, and the linesman. We would not have won that game, I don't think. Anyway, it could have gone differently had there been 11v11, but I don't think we would have won that game, or certainly struggled to, even though we did struggle to win it with 11v11. We've made some changes to this lineup today. We've seen the defence change a bit because Bay is off to the African Cup of Nations and Smalling, so we've seen our Rojo and Jones partnership come back in. We've seen Martial come out as well for Lingard. Lingard not having his best of games at all in this game. But first half, West Ham started off really well, and it really did ruin the game, that decision. I think it was a yellow card offence myself. That's only my personal opinion. After only 15 minutes of the game, I was surprised that he sent someone off, because we've seen that with Marcus Rojo should have got sent off against Everton. We were lucky in that game, he didn't get sent off, and that was early, and he only gave a yellow card. A lot of refs are a bit more lenient in the first few minutes of games. Shouldn't be. If it is a red card offence, then you should be sent off, but I think he's got this one wrong, Mike Dean. But we've still, even with 10 men, West Ham have, for me, had a lot of the better chances today. David Hayes pulled off 3 or 4 good saves in this game. We've had one real chance, couple of chances, I'd say, in that first half where we should have scored. But besides that, David Hayes had to pull off some good saves. One from Lingard and one from, just before that, from Valencia, which obviously should have been in the back of the net, both of them. One hitting the posts. But what can you do? Randolph pulling off a good save there as well. But second half, Jose Mourinho, as he did against Middlesbrough late on, he changed it. He's brought Juan Mata on, and he's brought Rashford on in the second half, and it has really paid off. His substitutions, his tactics to change this game around have worked paid off well for Manchester United. I mean, we're against 10 men, you've got to do something. You're the offensive team, you've got to go on the attack and score the goals. West Ham were never looking like... I mean, they did have them few chances against David De Gea, but they would have been happy to come out of this with a 0-0 draw once they'd gone down to 10 men. That's just too early for me in the game to see out and get a point out of a game after 15 minutes. I mean, you can do, but it's very, very difficult with 10 men. But we still had to win the game. Juan Mata, a good strike from him. Really, really pleased for Juan Mata. Doesn't always get a lot of football, but decent bloke. His 4th league goal of the season, and then a Zlatan Ibrahimovic strike, which was offside. Linesman got it completely wrong, but we will take it. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyway, because West Ham did. I mean, Antonio's had one where he's gone clean through, and David Hayes saved it. I mean, David Hayes pulled off another couple of good saves. So for me, at 0-0, David Hayes kept Manchester United in the game really with them saves, which is why for me he is man of the match. Gary Neville gave Rashford man of the match. But I think David Hayes got to be man of the match. With them, if he hadn't pulled off them good saves, we wouldn't have been 0-0. And if we'd gone behind, West Ham would have dropped even deeper, and it would have been a struggle to get back in this. But we've really been fortunate tonight with the decisions from the officials, I've got to admit. I was still expecting a really difficult game. It was still a difficult game, even with against 10 men, but I don't think we would have won this at all against 11 men. But we march on now. We're moving up the table. Well, we're not even moving up the table with these results. 6 wins in a row, and we're still in 6th position. Just shows you where we were. I was looking at the table earlier. We were like 10 points behind Arsenal at one point, and we'd cut it down to about 4 points now if they win against Bournemouth. So that's great. Liverpool drawing today, which is fantastic for Manchester United. There's the derby, Chelsea playing Tottenham as well this week. So hopefully, well, at least one of them teams is going to drop points. Hopefully they both do, and it's a draw. And Manchester United can start looking on the up. We've got some cup games coming up on the horizon, the FA Cup and the League Cup, so it'll take our attention away from this. We may even want to shuffle the pack a little bit for that Reading game. Probably less importance now that we've got back into the race for the top 4. But really, really overall, just relieved that we've got the victory again, and we just keep going. And I'm not going to get too carried away because we're still in 6th position, but we are gradually closing that gap. If we keep winning, then we should get into that top 4. I would never ever have thought it a few 4 or 5 weeks ago. I thought we would probably going to really struggle to make that top 4. If it hadn't been for Chelsea's fantastic run, we would even still be in the title race, which would be absolutely fucking madness. Anyway, De Gea is man of the match for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.